Good day, everybody. This is a Florida Golden Girl. I'd like to welcome you to another travel adventure. I am in the town of Winter Park, and we're going to go and take a look at another local cemetery. This is Pineywood Cemetery. This is one I didn't even know existed. So I'm on a week. So this is a weekday vlog, and I'm in the town of Winter Park at the traffic court, having to give proof about a driving school I attended. And so I'm thinking, well, let me see if there's any local cemeteries that I can take a look at. And would you know it? Pineywood Cemetery came up. So this is a hidden one here, folks. So this is a small to medium-sized cemetery. Well, as I mentioned in a previous vlog about Winter Park, which all the rich folk live, this is pretty much maintained for a hidden gem. My sidekick isn't with me today. He kind of fussed, didn't want me to come, but I'm like, well, you know, it's in the day. I'm in Winter Park, so I should be okay. So we're going to do a little bit exploring. This is Williams. Love endures forever. It certainly does. This looks like somebody was just recently buried. They died, well, this is June, and then someone else just died a few months ago. I guess it's one plot. What a beautiful day. I hope everyone's doing good today. There are no famous people that are buried in this cemetery, to the best of my knowledge. And I am up the street from Rollins College, which Rollins College is a really nice college. This is in tribute to those that served our country. There's nothing that indicates when this was dedicated. This looks like it's a fairly newer cemetery. What that means, I have no idea, because I don't work in the industry, so I would imagine it could have been built in the 20th century at least. A lot of recent burials. There's another one here that's been not too long ago. Looks like they did a real crappy job. Pardon my language. Well, this is interesting. Outlaw. I have never seen anybody with the last name of Outlaw. This is cool. So no mud hole or fishing hole can compare to the hole you've left in our hearts. Wow, that's sad. Hard to believe how time has went by quickly this whole year. I have the cemetery all to myself, which in a way is a blessing. Murray Stevens was a Spec 4, died in 90, and he was a Nam vet. So in the Winter Park area, so Winter Park is located not far from Orlando. Orlando's kind of big. It's kind of like you can go from one town to another. And this is one of those where it's kind of in the suburbs, but it's not that far away. It just depends on what part you live in. But I mean, if you drive through, they've got some really beautiful homes. But you're gonna pay a hefty premium price to say you live in Winter Park. The one thing I will say, this looks like this is another grave. There's no mark or anything. But what I can tell you is the one thing about Winter Park is that a lot of their stuff, like all their little parks and things like that, are well maintained and clean. The stores are more stocked than stores, say, where I live, if you're talking other towns and cities, because to me that tells you right then and there that money has a way of speaking. So these are people that have the millionaires and stuff like that. They have some influence, and so they're able to shop in a more fully stocked grocery store than, say, where someone just like me. So he was in the Coast Guard. Wow, another one. It doesn't say when, but to me, I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't within a month. And then here, it looks like they're preparing. They've dug the grave. Oh crap. Believe it or not, folks, no, that's the vault. So the coffin's not in there because they would have sealed it. So what happens, I guess, is they dig the hole, then they'll lower the vault in. And then what they do is they put some type of lift in where the vault lid will be lifted up. And then when they lower the coffin, once the coffin is lowered into the ground, it's sealed like that. It's interesting because I experienced that with my when my mother passed away. She died 2 years ago. Wow. February 1st to February 1st. She died on her birthday. That's very sad. I like that. On earth, and then in heaven. So the ending is right over there. I am looking to see if they have any cremated niches, and it doesn't look like it. Like I said, it's a nice day. How's the weather where you are? I'm sure in many parts of the world it is starting to get cool. So make sure that if you have a fireplace, stock up on wood and other necessities to keep you warm, because this is supposed to be a cold winter, folks. I'm sure it's going to be the same here in Florida. When I moved from Texas, I had a fireplace, and I really miss it. And so we're going to be moving, and that's going to be a requirement for my next home. And there are some homes in Florida that have fireplaces. And that'll be something that I want. See, here's another grave. Sad. I'm trying to see. This is Jimmy Page. No, this is not the Jimmy Page, the famous Jimmy Page. But yeah. Hosea Jackson. Yeah, time. And the weather's really brutal around here, and with sand all over the place. It doesn't take much to destroy these headstones. And unless you have family to live in the area to make an upkeep, then, you know, one day. I don't know what type of bush that is. Well, look, folks, looks like we got another one over here. Somebody else is due to be buried. Let's go take a look. So when I pulled in, security, evidently they do a little sweep of the area, which is nice. You know, it's always nice. You know, makes you kind of feel a little bit safer, you know. Because, as I said in previous vlogs, one can't be too careful. So, they've dug the hole. But it doesn't look like there's a fault. So they must have just done that. So that looks like there's two future burials that's going to be coming up. I don't know when. I don't plan on being around. Another gentleman who was a military vet. It's an interesting one because that's not one I've seen before. It's like people are dying quick. You know, I don't know if anybody's gotten that feeling, but my husband has a cardiologist who he just seen, a few weeks ago, he just got the word that the guy died in his sleep. Can you imagine that? So this is Ethel Forrest. She served in Korea as a E3. Died in his sleep. My very good friend. Not sure what happened to her, but she died in her sleep too. A lot of people dying in their sleep. I guess it's a peaceful way to go, but you gotta wonder what the heck is going on, that people are just, they're dying in their sleep, they're dying of heart attacks. Yeah, it's very crazy times we live in. What an interesting cemetery. Again, you know, kind of off the beaten path. Never knew it existed. It's in Winter Park, so you know it's a good area. And it's not, there's not a lot of people buried here, but I can imagine that it will start to fill up. But I think once it's at full capacity, that'll be it. But there's no cremation niches. You know, kind of like a nice little place to just take a stroll through. You know, if you're a genealogist, you know, historian, looking at local Florida history. Oh, this is interesting. Let's go take a look at this. So from a distance, somebody left a fishing pole. And a hat and gloves. A hat, sunglasses. So he was a Tennessee Titans fan, loved fishing, and that must be his personal stuff. And it was Anthony Owens. That's kind of cool. You know, in any other spot, someone would have stole that. But that's not something I think somebody should do. That's sad when people do that, when they go and steal things from graves. This is Mr. Bailey. Another Korea vet. Oh, this is a cute couple. No, this must be the couple. Must be Ned Roma. That's him and his wife. Nice couple. Picture, I mean. And this is First World War II vet I've seen. I think there may be another one. And then here's another gentleman. He was with the Army Air Force. I know this is a little bit of a different type of vlog where I really kind of didn't do a lot of talking. I wanted the scenery to do the talking for me. And I think it certainly did. You know, there are no Civil War veterans, just a small to medium size cemetery. Well, folks, this is going to do it for today's video. Please tell a neighbor, tell a friend, tell a relative, tell a coworker. Through your voice is how more people come to this channel. Please like my video, watch the other ones that I have. I've got many others. Please click that notification bell that will let you know when I upload a new video. Subscribe. I'd appreciate it. This is your Florida Golden Girl saying thank you for watching and so long.